Okay, I've probably got enough bunny.
And we are off. It is 7:30 Tuesday morning. We are heading to Squamish.
Okay, I've probably got enough bunny.
We are back in Nanaimo. We came back early. We're here a couple hours early. But we did that on purpose so that we could come down and come down to the bay. We are at Departure Bay. There's a beach down here. It's nothing special. It's not like a sandy beach or anything, but there's low tide, lots of rocks, lots of cool stuff, and geese. Geese. Canada geese. Can we not get away from these crazy ass birds? These birds are everywhere. They're not exciting enough to take pictures of here though, I don't think. Oh, I'm wrong. Christina's gonna take pictures of them. And there's other birds too. Yeah, we are back in line at the ferry in Nanaimo, heading across back over to Vancouver and then north up to Squamish. We are earlier than we're supposed to be, but whatever, we won't miss the ferry. We'll be here a while. So we're just going to relax and take it easy. We've made our way to Alice Lake, which is just north of Squamish, BC. Beautiful campground. You know, if you like your standard campground, a pay campground, it's a beautiful campground. Big, tall, old trees. We've decided to go for a hike around the lake. It's just short, it's only a couple kilometers, and then we're gonna probably have some supper. This is Alice Lake. It is warm here. It's got to be at least 25 degrees. Beautiful day. It's just moss on everything. We've decided to come up to Shannon Falls, which is the third highest falls in BC. And we're just on the trail leading up to it. It's not very far. It's what, like less than a kilometer away from the parking lot. So, hey, we can see it from here. Let me turn this around and show you. I mean, you can see it through the trees, kinda. Yeah. I'll show you better. There's she be. Now we're done with Shannon Falls, so now we've come into town in Squamish. Gonna check things out. We are going to Fox and Oak for a donut and a coffee. Look at that camper on the back of that truck. It looks like ours. That's hilarious. So we just had donuts and Christina had a hot chocolate, I had a cappuccino. Fox and Oak, go there. It was delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Turn left onto Vancouver Street.
Map's telling me where to walk to. Now we're walking down to a beach, Nexon Beach. A friend of mine used to live here. His family's still here, and he said that's where we need to go. This way. So that's where we're headed. Way off in the distance there, that's Shannon Falls. Yeah, good view of it from here. See what it's like from the beach. Alright, we're back from town. Stopped at Save-On, got ourselves some very expensive steaks to have for supper tonight.
Yes. Very, very expensive.
It was ridiculous.
It was like $40 for 2 top sirloin steaks.
48.
Was it 50?
48 bucks. Anyway, we are back at the campground, and there's a trail that goes around. There's 4 small lakes in the area, so it's called 4 Lakes Trail. And you know, we're gonna go hike that. So we just started. We are off. I'm loving the moss-covered everything. No guessing we're in a rainforest.
Like a different world.
Like a different world, exactly. This is some real other world looking stuff. Oop, sorry. Cool, there's little bridges all over, crossing the creek. The creek. Nice. These old cedar stumps are so cool. "29 degrees out today on the coast, so humidity level of 1,000.
No, it was 75 yesterday.
Okay, yesterday was 75 humidity. I don't know what today is. And we're out hiking because that's what we do. And yeah, no sweat coming off us at all. The trail widened out in here, flattened out. Lots of soft needles on the ground. Roots for Christina to trip on. This is a very nice walk.
It is. That first part though was hard.
First part was hard, yeah. We walked it in reverse. So we got the what would have been a big down out of the way, and then when we get
done that in reverse.
Yeah, when we get back towards the campground, there's a whole lot less down because we don't go as far down.
No, there's a anyway.
Yeah, but not as far. Nice.
But yeah, hopefully we see some wildlife outside of a toad.
Oh yeah, the toad was cool. Pictures will be in there. We have spotted this toad. They want to know our sightings. So I'm going to take a picture of this. There's a QR code. But they'll want the picture, so we'll do that. First lake we come across on our tour is Edith Lake. There's a beach on the other side, but we don't want to walk all the way over there.
Not that big slant.
All right, we have decided to walk around Edith Lake.
We're trying to earn our stakes.
Trying to earn the stakes because our, walking around town for 2 hours wasn't enough.
No, that was only 16,000 steps.
Oh man.
Man, come on.
And we walked around the lake. Now we are heading down this path to Fawn Lake. We figured out why this path is so nice and wide. It's a mountain bike trail.
Oh, that shouldn't be this wide.
Wow.
It's a mountain bike trail for beginners on electric bikes.
It's a bike trail. There's a lot of people on bikes up in here. There's little juts up and down, off the sides, up the sides. So, yeah. So we just passed Fawn Lake. Couldn't really see it. There's kind of a hill between us and the lake.
And no path.
And no real path down to it. So you can kind of see it through the bush behind me there. See it right there? Little bit of bluish right there. That's the lake. But it's not really a path down to it. You can make a path, I'm sure. Anyway, off we go. Okay. Supposedly we're going to see a bear up here. So the turn we took after the bear sign is taking us down to the lake. So we'll get a view of the lake after all. Teeny tiny. It was a very teeny tiny lake. Lots of signs. Yeah, go for a swim. A lot of signs posted about this, what is that toad? The Western something toad. It was on the sign I videoed there. Those signs are all over the place, so we have spotted a couple. And they were
not where the signs were.
Not where the signs were, but we did see some. And we are off the multi-use trail, back onto a nice hiking trail. Look at this. Look at this landscape. So much different than Alberta forest. Cedars everywhere. Like big western red cedars everywhere.
And those little trees.
The hemlock. There's hemlock here. And I think it was jack pine. But mostly cedar. And you can see it.
And maple and oak.
Oh yeah, we saw some oak trees and a lot of maple.
Birch.
And birch. But moss everywhere. I found a dime in the middle of the forest.
And he took it. So he's
And I took it.
Deal.
So Christina thinks I have struck some kind of deal with a forest devil. I don't know. But maybe I can win the lottery with this lucky dime. We'll see. It's like a whole little ecosystem on top of this tree stump. So neat. This is, I believe it's pronounced Cheeky River. Yeah. Alright, we've made it to the last lake on this trail, Stump Lake. We're doing the loop around the lake. And I hope we can get close enough to the lake I can show you the lake. You know I'm going to walk out on this. Don't need to find a beach. I'm just walking out onto this log. I'm not going very far on it, but here you go. Oh, cool. Wait for over here.
What?
There's an island.
What?
There's an island.
There's an island?
And it goes down back there. I don't know if you can see them down there. Between the lily pads, there's a bunch of minnows.
There's a what?
Pretty cool. And we're back at camp. That was a nice hike. Gonna get started on supper. I wish you could smell that. In case you're wondering what's in the foil, which I don't know why you would wonder, it's potatoes. If this doesn't make your mouth water, you are dead inside. It is 10 to 9 Thursday morning. Welcome to Vancouver. Hurry up and wait. Every time I drive through here, it's like this. And there's the Okanogan. I am heading across, we are heading across from West Bank to Kelowna on the bridge that is built over the lake. Part of it is over, part of it floats. The first part is the over part, but apparently there's a slowdown. So anyway, welcome to the Okanogan. We are about 25 minutes south of Vernon at our camp spot for tonight. We are not setting up camp because we are only staying overnight. So I just disconnected the trailer, and we'll cook some hot dogs later on the grill so we don't bother with the fire pit. But right next to our spot is the trail down to the beach. It's a long way down, but we're going for a little walk down to the beach.
We got gophers.
Gophers and chipmunks and van life slugs
Eagle
everywhere.
babies.
And eagle babies, yeah, eaglets. Okay, down to the beach we go. And we're coming down to the beach. They've got a bunch of tables, a swimming area roped off, looks like, a couple of trails, typical Okanagan sand. Nobody down here because it is supper time and it did rain here. Just before we got here it was pouring. Yeah, nice little beach. Serious throwback to my childhood. We spent a lot of time on this lake. I wish I would have brought a snorkel and a mask, of course. Talking to one of the BC Parks workers about animals and such, and he said this is a good path to walk up to the parking lot and then back to the campground. Maybe we'll see something. There is a cougar in the area, so maybe we see the cougar, but it's a little early. Quarter after 7, Friday morning. I'm up and awake because I went to sleep too early. I'm not going to bug Christina to get up just yet. This was only an overnight stay for us. We're going to be heading through Vernon up towards Squamish? Anyway, Shuswap. And then off to Banff. About a 5-hour drive. So I figured I'd come down to the beach, see what's going on down there, take a few pictures. It's a nice paved trail through here. Steep. It's 3 switchbacks. Worth the walk.